Hello everyone. Today I would like to discuss on the economic debate between Raghuram Rajan, our previous Reserve Bank governor, and the Indian government, particularly regarding the Make in India policy and the broader strategy for India's economic growth. Recently, in an article titled Modi's Middling Economy, Mr. Rajan and another economist, Mr. Rohit Lamba, raised concerns about India's reliance on boosting manufacturing as the pathway to economic prosperity. They argue that focusing too heavily on expanding low cost manufacturing might not yield the desired long term result given the rapidly evolving global economic landscape. The Indian government, particularly through Make in India, aims to increase the manufacturing share of GDP by creating jobs and boosting exports. The same approach modeled after China's success as a manufacturing giant. The government believes this strategy will create millions of jobs and drive India's economy forward. However, Rajan is highly skeptical on this approach. He argues that trying to replicate China's export-led manufacturing model could be a problematic one, as the world has changed significantly since China began its rise. Many countries, including China itself, are now facing resistance to the export-heavy strategies with growing protectionist policies in major markets. Rajan points out that if India too tries to flood global market with cheap products, we could see a dangerous oversupply. With the world's two most populous nations, one is India and China's competing to dominate manufacturing, this could trigger serious trade conflicts and reduce global demand for such products. Rajan's core argument is that India should not aim to be another China. Instead, he stresses that India's unique strength lies in its human capital, its educated youth. Rather than pushing for low-skill manufacturing jobs, Rajan advocates for high-skill, high-value job creation in the industries like technology, services, and innovation. He suggests that India should focus on sectors that leverage its educated workforce, such as IT, research and development, and biotechnology, which have already proven their potential for absorbing skilled labor. Rajan's view, however, is distinct from the economic policies pursued by Indian government between early 1950s and 1980s, which also focused on self-reliance and heavy state intervention in the economy. We all know that during that period, the infamous license Raj stifled entrepreneurship and restricted growth of the country. Rajan's vision differs significantly as he advocates for the market-driven approach where private enterprises lead innovation and job creation and government plays a supportive role in creating an enabling environment. One of Rajan's key insight from the article is that India must rise up the value chain. The future of economy should not rest on producing low-cost goods, but rather on creating products and services that command higher value in global markets. This, Rajan argues, will make India more competitive in long term. Also, other prominent economists like Arvind Subramanian and Danny Roderick share same views on the limitations of manufacturing-centric growth strategy. Subramanian has highlighted the concept of premature deindustrialization, where economies shift towards services before fully capitalizing on manufacturing. This limits job creation and slows the structural transformation needed for sustainable growth. Danny Roderick has also pointed out that the global trade environment has shifted, making export-led industrialization less viable today than during China's rise. Both Subramanian and Roderick agree with Rajan that India should focus on strengthening its service sector and building up human capital to secure its long-term future. But a major question still exists. If India doesn't focus on manufacturing, how will the economy absorb the vast number of educated youth entering the job market each year. Rajan answers this by urging the government to invest heavily in sectors that demand skilled labor. He believes that these sectors like technology and innovation have the potential to create not just jobs but also economic value. Rajan is not against manufacturing entirely, but he believes it cannot be the cornerstone of India's future growth. The solution, in his view, lies in balancing manufacturing with a focus on services and knowledge based industries. Rajan is also critical on the current state of India's education and healthcare systems, warning that without substantial improvements in these areas, India will struggle to achieve sustainable, inclusive growth. The country's large and young population should be an asset, but if workforce is not adequately skilled or healthy, this demographic dividend could become a burden. Moreover, Rajan's concerns about manufacturing are connected to broader global trend. China, despite being the world's manufacturing hub, is already facing problems due to its over-reliance on exports. Rajan warns that if India follows the same path, it risks similar pitfalls, especially given rising protectionism in global trade. In conclusion, Raghuram Rajan's vision for India's future growth is about more than just avoiding the mistakes China or past Indian governments. He envisions a path where India leverages its human capital to become leader in innovation, technology and high-value industries. He believes the focus should be on education, skill development and creating opportunities in knowledge-driven industries or knowledge-driven sectors rather than relying solely on manufacturing. Economists like Arvind Subramanian and Danny Roderick also support this view, emphasizing that India must adopt a new strategy and they must accept the global realities today rather than chase the industrial models of the past. Thank you.